Hello, welcome to Furious Tea Break and another episode of Junk in the Trunk. We've not done one for a little while. I'm just letting a few bits and bobs trickle into the boot of the Rover to see what can emerge and entertain us. So thank you to everyone who sent us a junk trunk item. Well, we'll see what we got. And this is quite an interesting one for me because for the first time I'm filming on a new camera, a Nikon Z30, which is like a blogging camera. And it's got a fold-out screen so I can actually see myself, which is fairly unique for doing this. Although being an APS-C camera, it's not as quite a wide field of view, so we might lose a bit of the background, but hopefully you'll be able to see enough and it'll be in focus, which is good. So anyway, without further ado, as I think you have to say when you do stuff on the internet, let's see what's in the creaky boot of joy. Love that. So first of all, this is a slightly odd one that came up through Twitter. This is actually from a guy called Robert, who is sort of Twitter friends as well as YouTube viewing friends, and he said he had a huge number of audio tapes which were no good to him anymore because he didn't have a tape player these days. Would anyone be interested? And this is, I don't normally ask for stuff on Junk in the Trunk, but in this case I actually said yes, I wouldn't mind some more tapes because I've got the tape player in the Crown Vic and a couple of the Rovers, so it'd be quite nice to have something to listen to. And on the proviso that once I've listened to them, I'll pass them on to Ian at Hubnut or anyone else who wants some tapes. I've got a ridiculously large collection of cassettes. Now I am a huge Terry Pratchett fan, so first off, as well as Douglas Adams' Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which is an all-time favourite of mine, Hogfather and Blackadder, again all classic comedy which I do love. Check out these unabridged monster versions. I'm read by Nigel Planer, Lords and Ladies, Carpe Jugular, Masquerade, and Pyramids. And take it's like 8 audio cassettes. Those are some long drives waiting to happen. In addition to that though, check this out. Oh my word. This is quite big. Have you ever seen the book of the Lord of the Rings? Have you seen the tapes of the Lord of the Rings? Gee whiz, that is, I don't know how many hours are on this. I have to say, my wife was furious when she saw this turn up because she's all about getting junk out of the house, not bringing more in. And when she sees a, hang on, that's 3, 6, oh my word, a 12 times 3, a 36 audio cassette story tape turn up. You can imagine the joy on her face. But don't worry, once I've watched this, I will pass it on to someone else. Oh, I didn't notice this before. He's also sent me a Volvo 480 register sticker. I have to find a window to put that in. Thanks, Robert. That is absolutely... Thank you, Robert. That is brilliant. I'll just put this away before I trip over it. Oh, God. Right, well, that's one thing. Now the next. I'm going to do this one next, which was actually given to me by my friend Rich up at the Motorist, and I've had this in the car when I filmed the last Junk in the Trunk, but I put it somewhere safe under the seat, wrapped up under the seat in the 200 VI, and I forgot it was there. This is something I think he's from a charity shop or a boot fair. This is a melted wine bottle that someone just literally just melted and flattened and then stuck some Alfa Romeo pictures onto and a clock on the back. Now I need a clock for the barn. Do I need this one? I don't know. It does rattle a little bit disturbingly. I need a AA battery to put on there, but it does amuse me greatly. I'll see if the clock works. Don't be offended, Rich, if this gets recycled if the clock doesn't work. It's beyond tasteless, but it is very amusing. It's like a school project. Well, I would say it was a school project if it didn't have an actual sticker on the back for somewhere in Italy. So someone bought that on holiday and took it home in their suitcase. Now Rich also gave me a number plate. I think I've actually already taken it to the barn because I had a few number plates to take over there and stick on the wall, and they're waiting to be put on the wall. Basically it says Volvo almost. Volvo. He's a big Volvo nut and he's got a V70 called Bev, which is very nicely modified, and I want to stick it on the wall. I'll make sure I point it out, but thanks Rich, much appreciated. I'm sorry I've taken it to the wrong car storage area. Right, let's creak open again. Okay, this one is an envelope which has got the address clearly written, so you can see that. 477 AYLESFORD ME 69LE. I've forgotten myself. What will be lurking within? Now that is funny. Donut air fresheners with sprinkles. I didn't know these were a thing. I'm guessing those are for the Crown Victoria, as I've got a donut box on the back shelf. Hi Matt, seen these and thought they were looking the Crown Vic. Keep up the good work. David in North East England. Thank you David, that is hilarious. I'm glad I guessed the reference before I'd even read the note. Yeah, I've actually got a Dunkin' Donuts box on the rear parcel shelf of the Crown Vic, so that will be hilarious to hang on the front in the off the mirror. What else do we have lurking here? Only a few things this week, not as many as sometimes. Furious driving, this is postmarked from the summer in the UK. We'll see what we've got. Okay, so this is kind of a screwdriver tool thing with lots of Japanese writing on it. Hang on, I'll read the letter. And it says, "Dear Matt, very much enjoyed the channel. We're working my way through the back catalogue. I watched a video recently. You're struggling to undo a screw with very limited access. I have a great little device. I thought you should have one too." We did very briefly meet. Here's a Corvette and nearly definitely. Ah, this is you. Yes, if you saw me at the motorist video, there's a Corvette doing the rev thing. I went around the back together. This was Arthur, who owns that car. Offered to drive that car as well. So yeah, I need to go back to Yorkshire because I do love a Corvette. Right, so let's have a look at this thing, because this is very Japanese indeed. It says engineer DR54. Whoops, there we go. There's the information. Can you see me through the little hole? If you read Japanese, that might mean something. And it's basically a little tiny ratchet on there. So if you've got something stuck in there, you can put it into a tiny place and ratchet it around. That's genius. And I think with the look of it, oh yeah, you can turn that around and ratchet in the opposite direction. Yeah. Brilliant. That's a great idea. Thanks Arthur, that's fantastic. I'm really quite impressed. It's such a neat little gadget. All anodized aluminium, so it even looks good as well. And I love the fact it's got Japanese writing on it, because that always looks a bit cool too. Let's see what else is lurking in the car. Okay, we have an Amazon package. Let's try and go into this without... I think it might actually be a reused Amazon package rather than an actual Amazon package. This is a bit like, what do you call it, pass the parcel. It's smaller and smaller inside. Like I say, there's lots of cardboard used. Something that's being protected, so I'm being a bit careful with this. Ooh, Rover brochure, 1994. Do you know what? I was looking at these on eBay just yesterday, funnily enough, because I was looking for the VI specification when I was recording the video, and I was thinking, wouldn't it be good if I had a VI catalogue brochure? Got the Metro. Oh, I'll show this all in a second. Let's read the note that comes with it. Okay, dear Matt, hope your funds and all yours well. This is a chap called Daniel Russell. So thank you, Daniel. That is absolutely fantastic. So I'm a fan of the channel, which is brilliant. I love to hear that. Love over the cars, which is great. The Crown Vic and the Rovers. He wanted to come and see me at the Pride of Longbridge, but someone's in hospital, so I do hope he's all right now. So many of Daniel's family did work at the Rover, as they called it back in the day, and Austin. Uncle worked at Mini Line for 28 years, back from 1959. Wow. A cousin drove the cars off the line. So basically the entire family based around, or the entire Rover factory, which is not uncommon back in the day when people would be just entire family generations to be sort of living and working around the factories. This is beautiful. So this is April to October 1994. Let me move back a little bit. And this has the entire Rover range. It's not even been creased along the spine, so I'm a bit loath to open it wide enough to show you properly. But I'll go to the Rover 200 range, page 34. Oh, stopping briefly on a delicious 800. I love the photography in these. That kind of soft 90s lighting. It's all kind of glossy and soft at the same time. It's a real 90s look. Oh, the 600 series. interesting from a photographer's point of view. All the photos that are taken outdoors are lit with natural light, because portable studio lighting wasn't really such a thing back in those days. But everything that's shot inside is very heavily studio lit with big soft boxes. I could bore you with how they did it, but I won't right now. The 400 series, I think I've got 400 Tourer in here. The 200 series. Increased protection for you and your car. Oops. It's making a big deal of the fact it's got an airbag in it. Oops, try and get this in shot. Making a big deal of the fact it's got an airbag in the thing. And we've got the coupe listed. The essence of the Rover 200 is its sporting appeal, epitomised in the breathtaking Rover 200 Coupe, the most powerful production Rover ever built. The 220 Coupe Turbo it is powered by a 200 PS turbocharged engine capable of reaching 0 to 60 mph in 6.2 seconds and a top speed of 150 where legal. Oh, a lovely shot of the Silverstone fabric interior there as well. And the cabriolet. Oh, I do miss Quentin a bit. On the Rover Metro. Montego Estate still in the Rover catalogue, amazing. See, now that photo looks like an outdoor photo with some fake sky, but you can see it's an interior photo shot in the studio because it's got the lights used. And there we go, outdoor photo, no lights on it. And this is a bit of a surprise, Maestro, but not only Maestro vans in the Rover catalogue. I've seen great photos. Keith Hocking in his whatever grandfather clock business, and the AA van helping something very veteran outside Parliament. Brilliant. I'm trying to hold this up. The problem with this new camera is the lens is, oh my word, the Mini. I think is that an ERA? That very much doesn't look like a standard car, but it's still in the catalogue, so I guess it is. Wow, that is fantastic. So thank you, Daniel. That is absolutely brilliant. You know I love my Rovers as much as the Next Man, more than most Next Men. So that is a fantastic thing to add to the collection of Rover brochures and the reference material. Brilliant. Okay, this is only three things left. So I'm going to do this one first because it's an intriguing shape. Right, okay, this is very well packaged indeed. I always get scared when things are very well packaged. I might break them when I try and get home, especially it's got like fragile all over it. Okay, ooh. Looks like a banner to me. Ha ha ha! Is there a letter with this? Because someone sent me some stuff previously. Furious driving, the Crown Vic. What does that say? My new Crown Vic cop car. And a Ford logo. Oh man. This has to have been from the same person who sent me the one that's in the barn now with all the car logos. That is brilliant. That is definitely going over to the barn. As soon as I get over there next time, that is going straight on the wall. Straight in my basket. Oh, there's a letter, thank goodness. I've even got the VI and the Volvo in the background. Excellent. Oh, there is a letter, thank goodness. I was worried when there's no letter, it's just random things arrived. Hi Matt, I'm so glad the banner I had made up for you has been put on display in the barn. So it was from the same person. Thought it must have been. So I had to make up a new one. I told the man what I wanted, a few days later it arrived. The thing is, I didn't open it, so when you do, it'll be the first time I see it as well. Ah, this is David, this is also the same David as earlier. So this is double David video. So thanks David for two things up in the northeast. So yeah, you will be seeing this up in the barn very soon indeed. You know, I've been waiting to film this video for a couple of weeks, and this turned up. It's one of the first things I think that arrived actually, and I've been sort of just taunting me sat in the car every time I come out here thinking, what could it be, what could it be? This is the joy of this video, is I don't know what's in these packages until I open them with you, so it's always quite good fun. Is there any other weird things that turned up in tubes? Someone sent me a kick sill strip for the Mini. That is now over in the barn in the Mini boot, and the next time I do a Mini video I'll be installing that, and the car needs a really good service and to sort out a running problem, so yeah, we'll get that done nice and soon. Okay, first of all, an envelope. Do not bend, possibly a brochure again. It just shows how ubiquitous Amazon has become, that so many of these things turn up in previously used Amazon packaging. Lucky recycling day is coming up soon. Ooh, Honda Ballard brochure. That is a nice brochure. I don't think I've ever seen a Ballard brochure. Elegance and practicality, the Ballard. There's no letter in there, is there? Not missing anything. I'm always worried that I've just binned whatever letter someone has sent over. No, I do not believe there is. So I'll just show you. Oh, there's two things there. There's also a quintet brochure. Oh my word. Okay, that's good. So Ballard first. So what year do we think the Ballard would be? Can't see a year on it. Well, this is the quintessential car of the 80s. But again, outdoor photos, no studio lighting. The Ballard's innovative styling breaks away from the standards set by the conventional saloon. Because the engine and front suspension system are compactly designed, the bonnet is low and sloping, and with a high deck at the back helps to achieve efficient wedge-shaped design. The large glass areas provide good visibility in all directions, in and out of the car. And sporty wheel covers help realise the creation of an elegant exterior form down to the smallest details. So yes, this was basically a Rover in Japanese clothes. Or, put another way, the Rover was a Japanese Rover or something, designed with serious driving in mind. Whoops. There's a nice dashboard actually, to be fair. I love the way they did these photos, where they just took a car and cut the entire side off it to take the photos. Handy magazine pocket. It looks like, I don't know, like a game show prize demonstration, the brochure photos. We've got all the specification and so forth for the car as well. Water-cooled 4-stroke overhead cam 12-valve inline 4-cylinder transversely mounted engine, carburetor or PGM FI. 1488 cubic centimetres. That's a cute little car. Not as cute though as the Quintet. And this is a brochure I don't think I've ever seen before either. When did you last see a Quintet on the road? They're really going for the brown theme on this car. Brown on black is not necessarily the colour scheme you would choose to jump off the page, but they went with it. The paintwork, available in 4 brilliant metallic colours, is electrostatically applied for maximum adhesion and penetration to every nook and cranny in the body shell, which is the first time I've ever heard the phrase nook and cranny in a car brochure. More cars cut up to make photos. Ideal for the family that does serious fishing and unicycling. They can fit everything in there. And such an 80s Honda dashboard, it is rather lovely. And thankfully all the very technical specification that we used to get in brochures. Brilliant. Oh, thank you. I couldn't see a name on that as a postcode to return to, but I won't read that out, but I will just say thank you to whoever sent that over, because that is absolutely amazing. Proper unusual rarities. Well, that was it. That was the last one. Sorry, I thought there was one more, but there wasn't. So anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed and been inspired to go and raid your attics and send some junk into the trunk that we can share with the class for next time. As soon as we've got enough, we'll try and do our monthly emptying the boot of the Rover to see what random items have turned up in the post. I always say it's like the gallery on Take Heart from many years ago, if you're old enough to remember that, but with random car stuff. So thank you everyone who sent random items in, whether it's air fresheners, unusual Japanese tools, or incredible brochures, or of course a fantastic banner, which is going to be over to the barn very soon indeed. Thank you to everyone who did anything. Really do appreciate it as always, and so thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed to T-Brake already, then please do, and share with your friends. And I really do apologise, I have been meaning to do a lot more content for this channel away from the standard car stuff that we do on the main Furious Driving channel, but life has got in the way. But we'll be doing some hopefully very soon indeed to top this channel up with some interesting stuff for you. Anyway, thanks for watching. Join me again next time, and yeah, keep on posting. You know the address, PO Box 477 Aylesford, ME6, I don't know what it is, 9LE. Thank you and goodbye.